Rick, we'll just get started. Being back at the rink today, what was the vibe, just being back with the guys after a couple days off?
Yeah, like a reset. I thought it was a pretty good practice today. You could tell some guys were anxious to get back on the ice and get started again.
When you've had hockey that often, I suppose it makes sense that they're feeling a bit anxious. It's energy to build off.
Yeah, that's who we are, right? Hockey players are coaches. We're schedules, right? So when you get 3 days off, people get antsy. But yeah, I think we got 44 days before the Four Nations, 21 games. So it's really I hate to say a sprint, but this is a focus level for us. We got 21 games left. I think we got, the way I compute, 15 practices. So there's a lot. Every day matters right now. And this is a good reset. I mean, all the teams are probably thinking this way, but we have to think that way.
Speaking of being antsy, you were missing two key pieces
Yeah.
out there today. What can you tell us about Quinn and Petey?
Yeah, Huggy was getting evaluated today, and Petey's got something later today. So they're pretty well doubtful tomorrow.
Do you have any concerns with long term? Is it?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to speculate. I mean, I would tell you guys, whether I don't know if it's day to day or week to week. That's why they're going to go see their people.
The sprint you mentioned, having all those
Yeah.
games to come. I mean, how much does that factor into that decision? Okay, is he good enough to play?
Yeah, I don't think when you got especially a guy like Hughes, I don't think you want to put him in situations where he could really get hurt. I don't think you do that with any player, but you got to be careful of that. But like I said, to me, it's hold the fort, next man mentality. That's the way we have to think. Right now more than ever, and I know we've talked about it, is our staples. Like, we have to play as a team, and need 5% more from everybody. That's really what it comes down to.
What do you make of this Kraken team coming on a bit of a slump?
Well, they're a fast team. I don't know. I honestly haven't watched a lot of their hockey. I don't know what's going on. I know every time we play them, it's a fast hockey game. So, we have to play a certain way.
Is there any update on Phil Hronik? Is he around? Is he?
Yeah, he's been skating. Actually, I talked to Alex Trink, our head guy. He's really pleased with his progress. He's been skating. So, I don't want to. We're not going to rush him. No, but it's
On course.
I think it's on course, but I think a guy like Phil, he came into camp in really good shape. He's got good skating legs, and he's skating now. So that's a positive for us.
Without Quinn, how do you manage your defense core? It looks like you obviously changed up your pairings in anticipation of him not playing.
Well, I think footy's, you like to have pairs, but there's going to be about 25% where he's going to need to switch at situational. Maybe you try to get Branson out with more offensive than defensive draws, things like that. That's probably like 20% different. But you can't switch all the time. To overcome a guy like Hughes and a Hronik, you got to play a little more predictable. And that's what we're trying to do now, is play more predictable in the sense that we know where the puck's going, so we can connect as five.
What's the message to a guy like Brandstrom? Obviously, like you said, big role for him to
Yeah.
play, but realistically, on your depth chart, he's not necessarily.
Well, you got to relax when you're out there. You're not going to replace Quinn Hughes, and I don't need him trying to do things that, press the envelope. I think he's just got to play a simple game. Be honest, if there's go back for a puck, if you see the guy, give it to him. If there's a chance to join the rush, join it. Walk in the blue line. Sometimes you overlook your shots. A guy like him, I want him to shoot the puck. He doesn't have to try to create too much on the blue line. So those are the messages that we've given him.
Denver tomorrow?
Yeah, Denver. Yeah.
And what about what's the thinking behind Brisebois? Is that just a nod to veteran guy and give him a couple days up here?
Well, I think when like I said, you rely on the RJ, the general manager, and we obviously need another defenseman, and he's played really well. I guess the last 7-8 games, like NHL style, like smart, not getting beat. He's a system guy. I mean, that's what we need. Calmness. He's a guy that can supply that if he plays.
Just as we come out of holiday break here, you guys have managed to keep your head above water with all the adversity. Are you content with where you are, like in a wild card spot, 5 games in?
No, I'm not content at all. But I will say I'm proud of the fact there's been a lot thrown at this team. Let's face it, whatever how you want to, people in and out, stuff like that. A lot of noise. To be where we're at is a positive. Like Quinn said the other day, we have some guys that we have to play better. But to be in our situation, that's a positive. But saying that, we know the process has to get better. We know that, when we're playing a game and we feel like we have a good game going, where a team makes a press, we got to make sure that we can still make plays. I find that we start throwing pucks away. Guys tend to, I don't want the puck type of thing, and I want the opposite. I want guys to make plays under pressure. So that's probably the thing that we have to get better at, and that will help out our overall game plan. And we got to play to our team identity. We know who we are. We can't go shift for shift with people and try to outscore a team. We got to play a smart hockey game, and when there's a time to counter.
And you reminded us all, I think after the Colorado game, that Demar's a pretty good goalie.
Yeah.
He's coming to his 5 starts here. I mean, first of all, he's healthy, right? Like that was, he had to keep showing up and being available. Beyond that, I think, there's probably room for improvement in his overall numbers, but he's made some big saves for you. How do you look at your goaltending here? Like, you've got 2 guys, and that's a luxury for you. Is it an open competition? Like, do you guys have a plan? You talked about knowing 21 games. And
I don't think of it like, listen, Thatcher Demko's a top 2-3 goalie in the league. So, I mean, he's starting to round into form. Lankin has been one of the best goalies in the league the first half. He's especially his road mentality, the way he's gave us some games on the road. I mean, we got a luxury. So it's whoever I pick, I know you're going to get some good goaltending. And we got to play a little bit better in front of these guys so they don't have to play post to post. They can play half the net. So I don't really think about, who's won one. Thatcher Demko's he's a hell of a goalie. So he's going to get his starts, put it that way.
Oh, I was able to go home and see my family, so that was probably number one. I haven't been able to get back there for a couple of years with a couple missed flights and a couple that got canceled. So that was probably my favorite part, was everybody get together and, just doing the normal Christmas activities.
And just getting back on the ice today, what was the best part about being back with the group here today?
Yeah, just seeing everybody. It's been obviously just a couple days, but it feels weird in our world to be away for that long. So, just feeling the puck again and just kind of going out there and skating, do your job. You kind of get a little restless here. We were getting used to playing every second day, so it was kind of weird for routines to change a little bit. But in saying that, it was nice to get it done with, that's for sure.
A couple of key faces missing. I don't know if they're going to be able to play tomorrow, but I mean, this is nothing new for this group, obviously, this year. So just kind of more of the same, next man up.
Yeah, I'm actually not really exactly sure, to be honest with you. But, if any case, that's like you said, we've kind of dealt with things like that throughout the year. Obviously, they're 2 very amazing players and big parts of our team, and we've missed guys that have been big parts of our team as well throughout the year. But, I think that's a time if things don't go the way we want it to, where guys, need to step up and, kind of the same things we've been saying all year, you know what I mean? But you obviously can't replace certain guys like that by any means, but collectively we can be better.
Take that on yourself a little bit, though. You're a guy that's looked to score. If you're missing a couple of guys that are there to score, do you put more pressure on yourself?
I put pressure on myself for every game, obviously, but when you're not 100%, even remember when JT went down, when Roney went down, when even Demmer and things like that, you want to impress your teammates at the beginning. Obviously, you haven't even played half a season here, but feels a lot longer in some ways. But in saying that, it's something that I'll need to be better overall. I haven't really liked my game the last probably month, to be honest with you, just in general. But I've gotten some lucky kind of bounces that kind of weeded over, I guess, in some ways. So I need to get back to my game and help this team, even if it's not just scoring, because as soon as you focus on goals, they don't come. So I got to focus on the rest of my game.
Well, which way did it go, George? Which way did it go?
Quinn, thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.